Hey, what is going on? I'm Harlan D. White, and in today's video, I'm going to walk through one of my favorite topics, and that is the budget, specifically the first pay period of this month, and show you where my money is going. I also added a new budget category called Sun, SON. So definitely stay tuned on what that is for and why I'm excited about it. If you're new to my channel, I put out a variety of personal finance topics, content around topics that I'm either learning or actually implementing. So if that's of interest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be notified of future videos. And then lastly, before jumping over to the budget, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you like my video. Thank you. Let's jump over to the video. You just got to get started. All right, so here is my August budget, and the tool that I use is YNAB or You Need a Budget. I have some more details in the description below if you're interested in the software. And it is the tool that I use for budgeting, tracking my spending, as well as running monthly reports and things of that nature. So the first thing that you will see up here is that the total amount that I have to budget is $2,966.73. I did have some leftover spend from my last pay period, so I added that to the total amount to be budgeted. Additionally, I did want to make one slight change to my budget, and that is right here where I had it split out in my investments between crypto and stable coins. If you're not familiar with stable coins, you can check out this video above right here where I talk a little bit more in detail about what stable coins are, et cetera, et cetera. But basically, I just want to combine these two. And so it's pretty simple within this tool. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to actually delete this category. And the cool thing about this is that all of the budgeting that I've done for this particular category, instead of just losing all that data, I can reassign that data and put it into the new category that I want the data to go to and hit delete. So that is a cool feature about the YNAB tool, is that they're constantly making improvements. I don't use anywhere near all the features that I could be using, but I do want to do a little bit better and learn a little bit more going forward. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the budget. And the first thing that I'm going to budget for is my giving category. And here is going to be $334. And this is a new month. If you're, again, new to my channel, one of the goals for this year is to get to 10% of my gross income giving towards charity. I started in January at 1%. And since this is now August, I've just increased it to 8%. So that is my charity giving. And then also, what I've decided to do since my last budgeting video is to start actually giving the full 10% of my gross income. And so this would actually be towards giving or any type of gifts that I want to give, but at least getting used to the act of giving. So that's the next category that I'm going to budget for. All right, let's go down. Nothing for savings this particular pay period. If you notice here, I kind of track my cash back that I get on my credit cards here. And then also I did a video on this where on an account buffer. So basically I keep some extra cash in my accounts just in case type of thing. And so I actually track that here. The next category I'm going to fund is my stocks category. I'm just going to put $30 there. I'm going to add $100 to the crypto stable coins. Debt, I am going to add $500. And basically here, this is going to go towards my final debt that I have to pay off, my 401k loan number 2. However, I have to pay it off in a lump sum. So I am just setting money aside so that, next month or the month after, I'll be able to go ahead and just pay off my final debt, be debt free. So $500 there. Rent, nothing. I already paid that for this month. My family category is the normal $850. My trips category, I am going to put $150. And then this is the category that I mentioned in the intro, and this is my son category, and I'm going to put $50. So I was on Instagram, and I can't remember which Instagram account that I actually saw it on. So maybe I'll put it up here if I find it. But basically, they shared that they had opened up a Fidelity account, and for youth. And so I was pretty excited about that. So I believe it's from 13 to 17. And basically, you can open up an account and then you can start teaching your teen how to invest. So just this weekend, I started the process of opening up my son an account who is 14. So I'm excited about starting to get him interested and showing him about investing in the stock market, as well as they have a checking and savings account along with it as well. So, very excited about that process, and I will definitely let you know how the Fidelity Youth account actually works out once I do get that up and running. So, I'm going to start putting $50 aside each paycheck to start teaching him and educating him about investing. All right, the next area that I'm going to fund is eating out, and I'm going to put $50.33 because I had some extra money left over, so I threw the 33 cents in that category. Alcohol, $25. Nothing for groceries this time around. And then let's see, personal care, I'm going to add $25 there. Okay. Next is my cell phone bill. And I know I can do better, so I will need to look at this area, but $389.93. I do have a few other people on my internet bill or my cell phone bill. All right, and then next is my car insurance that will be coming out this pay period, $182.48. Gas, $40. And then kind of my business category that I need to fund, so $13.99 here. Oh, nope, right here, $13.99. And then StreamYard is going to be $25. And then, which I really didn't even use last month, so it's kind of like a waste of $25, but I did get it because I started doing a podcast that I do need to get back on, but I didn't do the podcast last month, so kind of wasted $25. So this reminds me not to waste money. And then Epidemic Sound, which, I could do better using that as well. So basically that is almost it. I have $100 left to have a zero-based budget. And basically that's going to go down towards my pets category, which I mentioned early in the year, I think maybe in January timeframe, that I do want to get a dog, but I want to be debt free and also want to save some money up before getting a dog. So I'm actually going to put that $100 to start building up some cash to get a dog. So that is my budget for this particular pay period. If you have any questions for me, definitely leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you. All right, so that is the video. If you like the video, go ahead, help me out, hit that like button. It helps me out tremendously, as well as if you're interested in more content like this, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Until next time.